Hey, good news, and it's not just that we're still in our $300 apartment. 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's that there was a expat warning other expats on the forum. You never see this, warning them that there had been a woman that got robbed here just recently, here just today or this week or something, walking down by Paraiso Park somewhere. And it's not good news that that happened to her, but it's good news that somebody cared enough to warn other expats, which is what we do on this channel. Not always appreciated. The channel suffers. Some people don't want to hear the truth. We make these videos to help people, and some people do appreciate it, and that's why we make the videos for you. Hello, welcome to Frank and Angie's channel, where we discuss the retire early lifestyle, whether it's at home or abroad. And I hope we can encourage you today to embrace the retire early lifestyle as soon as possible, whether it's at home or abroad. Thanks for coming to our channel. So there's a story about apparently an Irish guy, a criminal from Ireland, that murdered a Canadian woman, stabbed her in Vilcabamba, Ecuador. But there's a side story to this. That's the main story, but the side story is even just as revealing, if not more so. There are so many murders in this story that it gets kind of confusing. Anyway, there's this criminal from Ireland that had murdered a Canadian woman, stabbed her in Vilcabamba, an expat. And then there was this Argentinian traveler, one of these artist type of guys that likes to make money as they travel with their art. He was in Vilcabamba, and he learned that this Irish criminal had found his way to the hostel where the Argentinian was, and it turned out that he ended up being right next door to him. And he was concerned because he had figured out that this criminal was staying in that hostel, and he was writing on his social media to his family saying that, if something might happen or something like that. And but when he came back to his room, he found the criminal trying to get into the Argentinian's room. And so an argument ensued, and the Argentinian got killed from the criminal. But there's another side story to this. This isn't really funny, it's sad, but there's so many angles to it that when the Argentinian was talking to his family, he said a couple of things that are really revealing, and one of them was that he wasn't really sure about, and this is a guy from Argentina, South America, which kind of sounds odd, but they lifted this from his social media saying he wasn't sure about going to Ecuador because he didn't feel it was safe. And you need to know that if you don't know this already, that Vilcabamba has like 4,000 people. It's not even a town. I mean, it's a village, for goodness sakes. Well, anyway, he's writing in his social media that his family in his social media wanted him to say the name of the hostel. And he said he didn't want to do it because he didn't want to tarnish the new owner's reputation. Now listen to this. The new owner, it had just changed hands because the previous owner, listen to this, the previous owner had been drugging, raping, and then murdering foreign women, Gringas, the article said, for over a 10-year period. So he was perpetrating these violent crimes on the guests that were staying in his hostel over a 10-year period, and finally the law caught up to him. But some of you may know that there was a quote-unquote crime wave. They like to call them waves. Maybe in a village it's a wave because the crime happens and then it's quiet for a while and then more crime happens later, and so they like to describe them as waves. For some reason it doesn't change anything. But there was a crime wave, as they said in the news, back in 2016, where there were some kidnappings and some extortions. Yeah, this is a little village. And so the town folk got together with the municipal authorities and the police department and all that, and they tried to figure out how to overcome this. And so these crimes that came out that we just are making this video about, it was after all of this came out, these crime waves and authorities and police wanting to do something about crime. And so I'm saying that this happened, and it was happening, you know, some of it was happening during all of this, and some of it was still happening after all of these attempts to overcome these crime waves. So, you know, this is really concerning. This is really, really shocking to me that a little village like this, and also notable that these crimes are against foreigners. How can you not notice? Yes, one of them was South American even. So, you know, and the perpetrators, they can be locals, they can be foreigners. Apparently even criminals can get on the internet now and read about these places and come down to these places, even though, you know, you're thinking you're going to a tranquil little village where, you know, the retire abroad media, they're going to give you the little postcard, tell you how nice and tranquil and picturesque, and you know, you're going to live to over 100. It's the valley of longevity. Well, apparently none of all those women that were getting murdered over a 10-year period got the benefits of the fruits of that idea. So, but I wasn't going to make this video, but here's what really, really bothers me is that somebody, again, asked a question on social media about these areas. Specifically here, they asked about Unguilla, Loja, and Vilcabamba, and nobody piped up. As I said in other videos, you know, nobody said anything. One guy said, oh yeah, you know, there's been some crime, and immediately a woman, an expat, a Gringa, piped up with righteous indignation saying, I've been here 14 years. You know, kind of like, I've been here 14 years. Who are you to try to say that, act like you know anything? Why, nobody is allowed to know anything other than me. I've been here 14 years. And then some other people piped up, I feel safe, nothing ever happens. And yet here we have this information that this stuff was going on over a 10-year period. So this is not like an isolated thing one time where people just kind of forgot about it or something. This is something that just happened, and it was happening over a 10-year period. There was a big crime wave in 2016. I mean, this is an ongoing thing, and yet people on this social media are so misleading, and I just don't even want to say anything about them because there really isn't anything that I need to say about them because the facts speak for themselves. So the only thing that had to happen was that the respondents on the forum would have just told the truth and answered that yes, there's crime here. That's all they would have had to do, and I would not even have made this video. And it's actually offensive and insulting to those that are asking and those that are gathering facts and information on the chosen place where they want to go travel or move to and what have you. It's a disservice to them. And when we travel around, I don't go to Facebook and ask people anything. I may have done that maybe 10 years ago when I was just starting out, but through the years I see this over and over and over, and I've learned to not rely on these kinds of things. And It's interesting because it seems to not end. It seems like there's no end to it. It just keeps happening, and it's the innate laziness of human nature to just go to some group and ask questions like that. And I see so many naive people that ask questions that they seem genuine, but to expect to actually get a real answer in a forum, you would expect that's what clearly some of these people are expecting. They're going to get real answers, but I see this. It's very pervasive on social media that you're not getting any real answers. And it's not just the forums. It's it's the whole travel industry, the way that it's outlined, the whole retire abroad industry, the way that it's manifested online through individuals that, whether they're nowadays, it's mostly blogging, just videos. Back in the day, it was written blogs, but there's so many frilly videos that just don't really tell people what they really should know and what they really need to know. And a person could spend hours and hours and even days and days and days and watch videos and go to social media and never get what they really need. And it's sad. It's really sad. Just a sad testament to the whole industry, which has now been decimated after the year 2020. People are waiting for this 2020 issue to just go away, and they don't understand this too, that the 2020 thing is just a distraction for what they really want to roll out. Anyway, moving on. And I urge you to get serious about being more diligent about your retire early lifestyle plans, whether at home or abroad. Thanks for staying with the video, and have a nice day.